Welcome back to the Cave of Wonders, Dreamwalkers. I am your Sith Lord Callous for Lord Callous TV. And this is another Callous comic review. So if you're new here to the channel, I need you to subscribe, hit that like button, and join the Dreamwalkers on our galactic YouTube journey. Today I'm going to recap and review Star Wars The High Republic Adventures, written by Daniel Jose Older. Harvey Tolibao is the artist and Rebecca Nalty is the colorist. Now this is a Disney comic, not the typical Marvel release. So let's jump into the story. We begin in the Triman system, where a Republic monitoring satellite is witnessing firsthand the Great Disaster. Debris is dropping out of hyperspace and heading straight toward the planet. The officers order a planet-wide evacuation and try to contact Starlight Beacon before fleeing to safety, but it may just be too late. Then we find ourselves traveling through hyperspace on a Starhopper, a Padawan academic star cruiser that is transporting one of the main characters of this story, Lula Talisola, and none other than the Grand Master himself, Yoda. The group is bound for the Triman system. They are the only Republic ship within range to answer the distress signal, and while there may only be Padawans aboard the ship, they are still Jedi. And as they prepare themselves for what's to come, we find ourselves planetside in Bralonic City. There we are introduced to Zeen Marla, a Force-sensitive teen trying to hide her connection to the Force from everyone she knows, including her best friend. Now let me be completely honest when I say I almost did not make it through this comic. The quality of writing was well enough, but the choice to so heavily mix the thoughts of the main characters with the dialogue from everyone else on every page was disorienting and felt overwhelming. It was just too much on the page at one time. Now I guess that could be filed under personal preference, but I hope that's not the case in subsequent issues, or I will not likely be reading them. So let's move on. As the Jedi enter the system, Master Yoda and newcomer Master Torben Buck prepare the Padawans for what's to come. They are to deal with the fallout from the planet's surface, helping to get people to safety, while the Masters handle the larger pieces of debris. Yoda gives the order and they head to their speeders. Now on the surface, Zeen and Kriss scramble to safety as Zeen tries to come to terms with her own Force sensitivity. As they look into the sky, they can see the Jedi descending among the debris, and Zeen can feel the Force resonating from them. But as the children try to flee to safety, the Nihil are there to prevent their evacuation. The village elder is rescued or kidnapped, but the rest of the villagers are left to fend for themselves. Now, Zeen begins to realize after all these years, perhaps the Force is not something to run from, but rather a power she should embrace. Meanwhile, the Jedi Padawans have reached the surface and are trying to save as many of the villagers as they can. But there are a few people on a roof of a building that are in danger of being struck by the falling debris. So Lula and Farzala, another of the Jedi Padawans, move quickly to save them. Zeen and Kriss are denied passage on the Nihil vessel along with all of the other villagers. And as the pirates turn their guns on the young ones, the village elder pleads with them to spare their lives and bring them aboard. But before they can respond, the Padawans hastily move into action, demanding they surrender their spider cruiser so they can take the villagers to safety. The Nihil open fire, and the Jedi easily deflect their blaster bolts. Zeen watches, admiring the heroics, feeling the Force and wishing that she too were a Jedi. The Force builds inside of her, and she unleashes her power in front of Kriss. Zeen holds back some of the space debris until Lula is able to help her. Now, at this time, Kriss is furious, disgusted, and betrayed. The Elder pulls him to the ship with the rest of the Nihil. The Jedi are surrounded, and that's where this story ends. The High Republic Adventures was a difficult story to get through for me, even more difficult to write this review. And it was primarily due to the layout of the dialogue, but also because it just feels like more of the same. There's nothing new here, and it's just very uninspiring. We have another young female character who has trained all of her life, all of 15 years mind you, to be the best of the best of the best, yes sir. I mean, come on, give me something different. Yoda felt more like a tool than a natural part of the story. And before it's all over, we know that Zine will be joining the Order, and Kriss will be her point of contention. In the end, the art and the color are fantastic, but the story is just more of the same. It's unimaginative, uninspiring, and creatively lacking. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you reading the High Republic novels or the High Republic comics? What are your impressions so far? I truly hope that they can step it up in the next one. And I have more comic reviews on the way, so if you're new here to the channel, subscribe and hit that like button so you can enjoy more great Star Wars content. And if you're so inclined, we have memberships available on this channel. Join the Dreamwalkers as we bring order to the YouTube galaxy. I'd like to thank my channel members John Matrix, Rhodes Rance, Biggles Metz, Callisto Arcus, Keaton Haas, and Chris Clark. Thank you so much for your support. Remember, peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion I gain strength, and through strength I gain power. Through power I gain victory, and through victory my chains are broken. The Force shall free me. And that is why I do what I love. And I hope you love what I do. This has been a Callous Comic Review. Until next time.